That is good banter.
All right, we're away, Timmy boy. It's over to you, buddy. All right, happy days. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 78. Shut the gate.
Shut the gate.
We are here at the different sort of venue tonight. We are at the Comics Lounge in Errol Street, North Melbourne, Australia's home of comedy.
Yeah, we did a couple here, I reckon, last year, maybe around the April, May sort of mark. I came in here, you were emceeing, and we jumped on. So bit of a familiar backdrop. So
it's early. It's 5:30. I've rushed here from work.
I've come from Mornington. So.
Mornington, yeah. And
So
we've
that's
got
where
a
I
gig
live.
tonight at Transport. But anyway, so I've come in here all bloody excited. If I have my feet up there, is that going to look shit on the video?
No.
Just want to bloody kick back.
Yeah,
so I've
relax,
walked in
mate.
here, all excited.
Looking
Australia's-
sharp. You're wearing
got
a
me,
shirt.
Got my shirt
You've
on.
got the
Things
work
are
shirt on. The boobs. You've sort of got the man titties on show.
Times are changing at work. I've got the shirt on, looking $1 million. But I've
Good.
walked in here all ready for the pod, and Dan, the owner of the Comics Lounge, said we had because I was on here last Tuesday, and he said he had a complaint about me, which is never
Your hairy shoulders.
about not my hairy shoulders. I had a t-shirt on.
Okay.
One of my jokes, someone
Wow.
thought it was racist.
Okay, run us through it.
Okay, so I'm disappointed to hear that because I don't think it's racist. I think
You wouldn't be telling the joke if it was racist.
if I thought it was racist, and
You'd be telling your mates at work, but you wouldn't be
I'd
telling
be
the
keeping
joke
it on
on
the
stage.
down low. I wouldn't
Yep.
be getting it on stage. I wouldn't be doing it on stage. So, and I actually preface the joke when I'm on stage by saying
this isn't racist.
This isn't racist. No, I say this joke. I say I'm not racist, and I'll tell the joke to give this context.
Okay, tell the
I'll
joke.
Tell the joke.
I'll be the
to give
audience.
this. You be the audience, and maybe everyone at home can decide whether
Tom Siegert's a
whether
bit of a
it's-
fuckwit, isn't
whether
he?
it's racist. I think
he's
I
a
think it's a bit
fuckwit.
of a. I thought it was a tinkers with racism, but then I think it comes back and changes, so it's not racist. I didn't think.
Yeah.
But anyway, here we go. So I preface it by saying, look, I don't think I'm racist, but I have a bad habit that could sometimes be perceived as being a bit racist. And I know I bet a lot of people in the room also have this habit. You might not admit it, but I bet a lot of the people in the room have this habit. And what it is, whenever I'm talking to someone with an accent, without even meaning it, I start copying their accent. And that, especially on Tuesday night, that got a good laugh. People going, oh, yeah, I reckon I do that. I reckon I do that.
Might do it with German, French,
Whatever.
whatever
and then
accent.
I say,
Bogan.
for example, and maybe this is where it turns. I say, for example, just the other night, I was on the phone to my local Chinese restaurant, and I was like, hello, could I please have special fry rice, wonton soup, and fui dim sim? And usually it's 50-50 whether it gets a laugh.
Yep.
But on Tuesday night, it got a really big laugh. So I think people realise how ridiculous it is.
It is ridiculous.
But
Tom.
you can tell some people in the room are thinking, oh boy, this guy's he might not
he's
have,
Ku Klux Klan kind of shit.
has he been carbon frozen for 15 years and doesn't know that the world's changed? And then I come out and go,
Well, I think it did, because didn't you dial? We've got mobile phones now. You sort of acted like it was one of those.
maybe that was it. Yeah,
been
yeah,
frozen.
yeah.
You've got
But,
the phone on the wall. Everyone's going, this guy's fucking.
No, I just did the
I'm
little hole.
taking the piss.
So and then I say, because I understand how if the joke ended there, that could be perceived as being a bit racist.
Well, there's no twist.
There's no twist.
You're
It's
just saying you're
it's an observation. Which some people do observation without a twist.
That.
Not me.
No,
Got to have a twist.
You love the twist.
Love a twist. And then I say, I didn't feel bad though, because the Chinese guy at the other end had the same bad habit. And then I hold up the phone and do it again, and I pretend to be the Chinese guy, and then I go, "Here you go, mate. No worries, I'll drop it off in half and bring change for a pineapple. See you soon, cobber." And then that gets a big almost relief laugh.
This guy isn't racist.
This guy's not racist. He's just having fun. And then I go back to myself being, I speak to your manager, you racist bastard. Which I thought put the icing on the cake to show how ridiculous
this is ridiculous.
This is ridiculous. But
clearly not.
Some dickhead has apparently it was while she was in the audience. She was like, well, fuck this, put out her phone, send an email to Lounge saying this guy's racist.
I don't like that. I reckon what you got to do, like in the break, just fucking chill out. She was probably there by herself. She probably, or did she mull it over with her nerd mates? Or
I don't know whether it's worth mentioning, but she wasn't of Asian descent.
No.
But
she was Korean.
Anyway.
No, she wasn't. She was French.
Fortunately, Dan and the guys at Lounge couldn't give two fucks. And they've been joking around all week. Calling me a racist and so forth. But anyway, so that's look, as much as I bloody just think this woman's an idiot, and clearly she shouldn't be at a comedy show. She doesn't understand irony or any concept of humour. You still don't like to hear it.
When I saw you get the news, your hairy shoulders slumped.
They did.
Yep. You were not happy because it's one of those things where I'm like you, Tommy. I want to keep. You can't please everyone all the time. You can't please all the people all the time,
and that's becoming more and more obvious,
prevalent. Yeah. And but there are times where you go, what? But I'd just love to be that person. Who go, you know what? Fuck her.
Yeah,
I don't give a shit. But you're not like that, Tom.
No, I wish I was, but and look, I'm bloody tired, and I wish I could approach her and try and explain it to her.
But she's not here.
Yeah, she's not here. She's long gone.
She's on her. She's keyboard warrior somewhere. She's at a church service trying to pick apart the pedophile priests or something like that.
Surely there's bigger fish to fry.
There's bigger fish to fry than that.
Comedy night, there'd be worse shit than that. But anyway, one more thing before we get to because you got a fair bit. You got your bloody wedding coming up.
I've got my wedding. Actually, when this comes out, I will be married. We are recording. Like I said, it's all been all over the joint because I'll be away. So you are hearing this. We're recording 8 days beforehand.
Yep.
Okay. So
and if you're thinking, I'm going to stop listening to this pod because these guys are all over the shop. It's a fucking wedding. It's unprecedented. This won't happen again. This is a
better not.
Evan's getting married.
Bloody expensive.
So we're tossing this. We're bending over backwards to keep this podcast still going.
I did mention, I thought maybe we could do one up there when you're up there for the wedding, but you said you're going to be poleaxe for. Basically, you're going to start drinking as soon as you're going to drink on the way to the airport. You're going to drink at the airport. You're going to drink on the plane. You're going to drink on the bus to Port Douglas. You're going to drink that night. You're going to drink all day of the wedding. Don't know if you'll make the wedding.
I'll be disappointed if I do.
Yeah, that's right. So there's a spare. By the time you're there, it doesn't matter because the wedding's over. There's probably going to be a spare seat next to. In front of the Tom Siegert place card.
And I just don't think your lovely wife-to-be or lovely wife, when she was growing up, playing with dolls, had her little dolls, her little Barbie and her Ken, doing the wedding day, she wasn't picturing Ken going off for a couple of hours doing a podcast.
That's true.
That's all I'm saying. It's about...
She did picture Ken with a very small lump, though, and not much of a penis. So that sort of fits with me.
Yeah. And did she get like a red texture and paint his hair?
Yeah. Yeah. and she knocked a few of his teeth out. The teeth, though. What do you reckon? I posted them on
actually, I didn't. Oh, my lordy B. They are...
I've got double tombstones. They
are a nice set of chompers.
They're fucking big chompers, mate.
That doctor, dentist, requires a fucking Nobel Prize or something. He has done wonders. Is there a line? She, yeah. There's no line.
What do you mean line?
Well, where the
fake chip was. Yeah. It is absolutely amazing. I did post them on the Instagram. I tell you, I walked out of there because I'm in the chair. And this is... I'll run you through the dental procedure because I get in there. She looks at me and she goes, it was one of those things where she goes, cancel my 2 o'clock. This is going to be big. This is going to be big. So, but I get in there. She's got the dental assistant, the nurse.
Does a female dentist have a male nurse?
No, it was all females
All
in there.
female
Because there
in
was
there.
another one. There was a girl who was on her 5th day. Her 5th day of
Holding the sucker.
holding the sucker. She was holding the... And here's an interesting fact. I thought the sucker was just to suck up all the spit and all the shit and all the plaque and decay when they chip it off.
What else does it do, Evan?
You know what it actually does? It protects your tongue because those little, the brushes that are brushing around going, getting all the cum and the jizz out of your bloody teeth.
Yeah.
They can cut your tongue.
Yeah, no shit.
Well, I didn't know that.
Well, if they can go through a tooth, one would think they could go through a bit of meat.
Oh, well, righto, mister. I worked in a dental bloody laboratory for 3 days.
So what do? They get the suction.
So the sucker is holding your tongue down, and so they're doing the stuff up top or below,
Okay.
and the sucker, that protects your tongue.
Interesting.
Yeah, you didn't know that, surely.
I wonder if they have it for other surgeries.
Like
If you're getting a hernia,
Yep.
do they have like a nurse with a sucker like just sucks your balls down or something so they don't get in the way?
Well, I think they do because, like, obviously if you're inside, you're bleeding, there's fluid. So you know how you see some operations where they just jam gauze and shit in there when they've really fucked up?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe they have a sucker for things like that. So anyway, so she's going well. She
She's
kicks
sucking
off,
away, yep.
and I can tell she really likes her dental nurse. She is her favourite.
They're getting on well?
They're getting on real well. I
Yeah.
think they're a great team.
Good chemistry.
They're a bit like Sean Kemp and Gary Payton. They've got a feeling, a vibe. They sort of work well together.
And it's day 5.
No, this is the other one.
Oh.
So
what's
there's
she
a little
doing?
trainee.
Yep.
Well, the trainee, what she was doing, the dental nurse was training her. They seem to be friends. They seem to be
Okay.
pretty chummy. They're like, remember when you sucked that guy off 3
Okay.
years ago at a backyard party? I go, girls.
Mind on the job, ladies.
Mind on the job, ladies.
Got
Come on.
it's got a tombstone
I
to patch up.
Got a double tombstone here we need to get fixed. So, no, they're having a good chat. And the trainee was on the sucker. And
Yep.
I'm not sure. It's sort of... I think she was getting a bit tired as they were working on my mouth because I was in there for a good hour.
Well, it's harder than it thinks. You might holding something, levitating your hand in a position for an hour is actually quite strenuous.
And they are leaning over, so you know what it's like. It's like massage therapists. Like you're getting a massage, and you think, "How good's this?" But you think that poor bloody massage therapist leaning over you, getting the elbows in. If they're doing that all day, they've got to be fucked by the end of the day.
Oh, when my wife asks for a massage, when
1
she gets
minute.
a headache, 45 seconds in, and I need a massage.
I'm gone.
Yeah,
I'm gone. So yeah, she's the dentist is leaning in. She's doing her job. The little trainee
Yep.
on the sucker, protecting my tongue. She's doing well. But I think she was getting a little tired because I sort of started to notice she started leaning on my shoulder. It was like she was lucky she was tiny, but she was putting all her sort of body weight on my shoulder and over my chest. And
She hasn't built up the strength.
she hasn't built up. She hasn't got the core strength.
She needs like like one of those harnesses that the shearers use to sort of like hover over you.
Yeah, nice. Or maybe something dangling from the roof where she can just dangle from the top or whatever, just with the hands. But
Okay.
yeah, she was struggling.
Like a sex sling.
Like a sex sling. Actually, that would have
Spiced it up.
spiced it right up. But,
anyway, something to
no,
think
she's
about.
doing well. But and then 45 minutes later, things are going well. I peel that chick off me. You're
Yep.
right there, love. She's
Yep.
she's about to pass out. She's my back's fucked and
Yep.
I can't feel my face. I said, well, no worries. But she did really well. She was good. Dental nurse was good. Dentist, oh my god! As I said, she's like a
wizard.
sculptor. She's
Yeah.
a wizard. She is. She's done an amazing job because I looked at it and I thought, holy fuck! Because as they're doing, I'm thinking, what are they doing? How can
Yep.
she fix this fucked up tombstone?
Train wreck.
It's a train wreck. She has done it. I should be in a museum behind glass. I'm like the Mona Lisa.
You would
I'm like
be
a
in
statue
her-
of David with a smaller dick
I'd be
and a
very
worse body.
surprised if your teeth weren't in her portfolio.
Oh,
If she were to go for a job elsewhere, you cannot see the line. You
Cannot see the line. Cannot see the line. And I took a before and after and sent them to you. I put them on the Instagram. Holy shit. You wouldn't even know it's the same mouth.
It's amazing.
It's amazing. So we are good to go, mate. I'm smiling at the wedding. Things are going well.
So how's that connection between the... Like, is it weaker? Like if you were to get punched in the head or in the face?
Well, I think what the thing is, I think this is pretty full-on stuff. Like, I heard her whispering, or not whispering, but talking, because you can't really whisper. There's
no secrets.
There's no secrets in the dental office.
Happy gas?
No happy gas. So, but it was fine. They used this numbing gel on my gums, and I'm a bit skeptical on some of that numbing gel, because I go, we'll just put a numbing gel on your gums, and then they jam the needle in. You go, fuck me. Is that Vaseline or something? There is no numbness there at all. But she numbed my gums, and when they're about to jam the needle into your gum, you're like,
she's a decent fucking needle too.
She's a big needle. And I'm thinking, this is going to hurt. I hardly felt it. I'm thinking, I said to her, can you give me some of that numbing gel? I'm a little sensitive in the bedroom. What about if I rub that on me knob, and then I'll be able to last a bit longer than 30 seconds? Well, maybe that's a good thing.
Okay,
for me.
Okay.
For me, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm a little sensitive boy.
Yep.
So anyway, do that. And what was I talking about?
You just got your teeth fixed. You're pretty happy. No line.
Pretty happy. No line.
Rubbing gel on your balls.
Rubbing gel.
Feel
anything? It was all good. No, I think everything was good. I think I was going to go somewhere, but I'm not going there anymore because I forgot.
That's all right.
That's all right. So we're happy. We're smiling at the wedding.
No, and you're looking at $1 million. I've got to tell you.
Feeling good. I mean, they're still brown. They're still yellow. But they're straight.
They still look like two logs of shit. But, they are two symmetrical logs of shit.
They are two symmetrical logs.
They are looking good. No, they look good, mate. I'm bloody happy for you. Because, and I tell you what, when Kristen walks down the aisle, you turn around and she sees those chompers. It's going to be a pretty special moment.
Wow, yes. Because I remember I said, nah, I'm not getting them fixed. But then, once you do it, you go, fuck, why didn't I do this years ago?
Yeah, 100%.
Actually, she got home and said, wow, these look amazing. I said, babe, the wedding's off. I reckon I can do better.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Fucking, I don't know why I'm hanging around. I should have done this years ago.
I'm dating the dentist.
I'm dating the dentist and her trainee.
Yeah.
She's rolling all over me. She's putting pressure on my shoulder.
Yep.
Mate, I've got all three of them actually. So I've
got the suction on me balls.
I've got the trainee on the Monday, Tuesday. I've got the dental nurse on the Wednesday, Thursday, and for the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm going to take the actual dentist.
Yeah.
She knows her way around my mouth.
And I would be very surprised. Kristen's a decent person. She would understand.
She'd understand.
Very good.
So another quick one.
Okay.
My mouth was open for a little bit, but you sort of do realise why maybe some girls aren't a fan of maybe giving blowjobs. Like, could you have your jaw open for a bit, and you do get a bit sore.
Not many would go for an hour.
No, well, that's true, but but I can see. Well, even 10, 15 minutes in, it wasn't the most comfortable I've ever felt.
Yeah.
So I could sort of imagine if you had to knob some bloke off, you'd the jaw's sort of hurting a bit, and yeah. So to all the girls out there who maybe aren't into it, I understand why. I feel your pain.
You're a real sensitive new age guy, Evan. I'll give you that. Really. I wonder how many other blokes think about that when they're getting their teeth operated on.
Well, not many.
I wouldn't have thought. If any, not many. But
so what else, mate? What's going on?
Going back to episode 76, we're talking about going to North Melbourne Footy Club and nearly burning the club rooms down.
Yep.
And my coach Foxy, and you asked if there were any big names in the team.
Ooh,
and I said, we were just a good even side. We were good. A couple of guys got drafted, but there were no really big names. And
no me in team.
No I in team.
Yeah, fuck that.
But then got a text message from the coach, Foxy. No mention.
What's he doing with his hair?
Well, no mention of the food sandwich or drink on coach joke. He didn't even mention that. But what he did say is, I think you might have forgotten one of the big names in the team. One of the biggest names in football was in this team.
And
it isn't Aussie rules.
Isn't Aussie rules?
No.
Sam Greco.
On the half-forward flank for the year 7-8 Wodonga High football team, Archie Thompson.
Archie Thompson.
Mate, he was a freak. He was a freak.
He was a good footballer.
Oh, he was a great.
Did he
footballer.
touch it, or did he just?
No, well, he was very good at kicking it off the ground, but but he was also just a freak.
When he kicked a goal, did he go up to the?
He
point,
went a bit
point
over the top.
post
He went a bit over the top.
Hey,
Yeah,
Archie, enough of the handstands, mate.
The
Enough
ball's-
of the cartwheels.
ball's coming out
Settle
of the
down,
guts again,
champ.
mate. Yeah,
The ball's back in the middle.
But he was a classic. So he was the only dark-skinned person in Wodonga, I reckon.
Here we go.
And he
You're
was
getting fucking racist
here we
again.
go. No,
Here we go.
but what he because it was
Did
when
you mime his accent?
No. He didn't really have an accent.
Did have an accent.
But what he did, because it was when crisscross was very
jump,
popular.
crisscross will make
so
you
Archie used
jump,
to, he had the
jump.
little cornrows in his hair like crisscross, and used to wear his jeans backwards. And he was, mate, he was a cool dude, Archie. But then, and our school was also, I think,
Except he had a lot of piss down the front of his pants.
yeah.
So, Jesus, me jeans
Here
are
we
on
go
backwards.
again. Here we go again.
Oh,
So,
you better jump.
Yeah,
Jump.
apologies to Archie. I'm sure he's a big listener of the show.
Oh, he loves it, Archie.
Yeah, so he stayed in Wodonga until about year 9, and then headed elsewhere to pursue his dream of playing soccer, which he did
Foosball.
very well. Foosball. So
Yeah, there you go, mate.
We're going to
There you
keep
go.
going. We're 21 minutes in already.
keep
Fucking,
pumping.
all right.
You hit me with something, then I'll hit you something else about the wedding.
All right, we'll go. All right, so this has been brewing for a while. I don't know how they came across it, but my 3 boys, Noah, Flynn, Harry, age 4, 6, and 9,
Good fellas.
good kids,
Good kids.
They've somehow got into Star Wars.
They love it.
Love
Because you
it.
hate Star Wars,
I don't hate Star Wars.
but you keep getting Star Wars shit.
Oh,
don't
stick
you?
in Star Wars shit. Yeah, because I loved it when I was a kid. So I kept all my figures, and now they've all come out, and the boys are using those. They're loving them. But for some reason, my parents and family, like, I haven't liked Star Wars for fucking 30 years, but they still every Christmas like bloody Boba Fett boxer shorts. And
Yeah, I think
got
it's
a
an in
lightsaber.
joke. It's like, let's
Yeah,
fuck
well, it's
Tommy up again this
It's getting quite
Christmas.
expensive. I wouldn't mind some of that money for something else. But but anyway, so we've said, all right, boys, they love it. Do you want to watch the series?
Yep.
And they were like, oh, Dad, we'd love nothing more. So we started. We've gone through. We've started at 4, 5, 6.
Okay, so how's it all work? Because I haven't watched Star Wars in years. Because number 1's not number 1, is it? How's it?
Well, number 1 is number 1.
Okay.
But number 4 came out first.
Ah.
So this is the order they came out in. 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3.
See, that
7,
blows my mind.
8, 9.
That blows my mind.
Yeah, it was a bit of a. I don't know whether it was poorly planned or what
they're going,
what they were
fuck,
thinking.
we forgot that
what
thing.
George
We
Lucas
should have
was
done this.
thinking.
But
anyway, so I thought, do we start at the start and work through, or do we come out in the order that it was released? And the boys, for some reason, they wanted it to come. They wanted to watch it in the order it was released.
okay.
All right, so they watched episode 4, Star Wars.
Okay, we're going back to what? Was it
70,
70s?
79.
79.
Yeah.
So
So we're going back a fair way.
going back.
And I got to say, they hold up. The storyline, now that I'm going back through it with the boys, is pretty well thought out. It's one hell of a storyline.
So you're going to get the boxes on again.
Well, I'm going to
getting
start
back into
asking
them.
for some stuff, maybe a
Great.
stormtrooper helmet to ride my bike. I don't know. So we sit down, we watch episode 4. It's PG.
That's fine. You're a parent.
5 PG.
You're a parent.
6 PG. We go back to 1.
Ooh.
It's PG.
Okay.
We go to 2.
How are they handling the PG?
Love
Is
it.
there anything there that's
Nah, it
like,
might be.
cover your eyes, boys.
Even-
Daddy.
You can't even really tell things are dying. They just sort of fall over. Even the Ewoks, there's no blood.
And sort of the sparks coming off. You sort of just go, and they go, doo, 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 doo. And then they just go, brrr.
Yeah,
And-
they're very tame deaths.
Yeah.
It's almost looks almost a little bit slapstick the way they go down. But
Yes.
so we're flying through. We've watched 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. We get to 3.
All right. So what's this one called?
It's rated M.
When was this one released?
I don't know.
Okay. What was it called?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
But what I do know is it's rated M.
Oh, so
And-
that's mature audience.
That's mature.
So technically, you shouldn't
I shouldn't
even
be
watch
watching
it
it either. No.
Yeah.
And 7, 8, and 9 is PG. So they're all fucking PG, except for 3, which is number 3, which is rated M.
I reckon this is where the directors and that said we've got all the kids on board.
Yeah.
Let's really fuck them up now.
Let's fuck the families.
Let's
up.
fuck the families
Let's
up.
get mum and dad talking.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, and the kids are like, "Can we watch it? It's rated M." And I was like, "Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
No dramas." And Tam is like, "No, they can't watch it."
No.
And we're like, "Oh," and the boys are like, "Oh, bloody Jimmy in my class watched it," and so other kids at school are watching it.
That's tough.
The pressure's building up.
Yeah.
And eventually,
you don't want to be the loser kid whose parents don't let them do anything.
No.
But then it's a slippery slope because you start watching M, they're drinking at school, they're, coming home stealing cigarettes. If you guys smoked, they're on the bongs,
100%.
They're on the ice, and you go, where'd that start? And it was when we watched episode 6 of Star Wars.
Oh, I think if you look back through most mass murderers, it would have started with watching episode 3.
Yeah. I know, listening to a lot of case files and crime docos.
Yep.
Ted Bundy.
Yep.
I think his problem with
Charles
Star Wars.
Manson.
Charles
Yep.
Manson.
Episode 3.
Yep. Ivan Milat.
Episode 3. He loved
Big
episode
Star
3.
Wars fan.
He watched episode 3 a few times.
And just turned.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Lot to answer for, Star Wars.
And Tam's like, because Tam doesn't watch Star Wars, but most girls aren't really into it. And she's like, what is it that makes this episode 3 M? And I'm
As
thinking,
an Ewok gets rooted from behind by Luke Skywalker.
yeah, well, an Ewok, I think an Ewok does blow Chewbacca at one stage.
That's...
And,
yeah.
And, I mean, in Star Wars, episode 4, I think, does Princess Leia kiss her brother? Luke? Does that happen?
I don't know. Is it on the
doing
lips?
that.
Is it on the... Is it a
Should
real
we do
passionate...
that in PG, should you?
Well, I think... What
It's
was
incest.
that? What was that? Lord of the Rings? Everyone was fucking everyone there. No, not Lord of the Rings. What was the other one? The big one?
Game of Thrones?
Game of Thrones. Everyone was banging there.
But even sisters?
Yeah. I think it was sisters. I think it was... Yeah, they were all doing that.
But that was rated M.
Yeah, that
surely.
was M. That was M. Yeah.
So, anyway, so I said, Tam... Oh, she's finally said, look, they can watch it, but I've got to stay with them.
Yeah.
I said, good call, because it is mature audience. But so I thought if I stay there and I explain it, because it turns out there's a couple of scenes where they have to really emphasise that this Anakin kid is really going off the rails.
Right.
I think there's a couple of scenes where maybe he's...
Is he hitting the glass Barbie?
Yeah,
How's he
he's
going
smoking
off
a bit of ice.
Smoking the
He's
ice.
doing a bit of petty. He's knocking off... I think he knocks off a couple of Holdens.
Yep.
And gets in a couple of...
Does he throw any eggs at DJs or anything like that?
Yeah, he threw a couple eggs at DJ. He's really going off the rails.
He's working at the meatworks. He's fucked.
Yeah, he's a train wreck.
Yep.
And then I think he massacres kills a few kids, which isn't great.
That's not great.
No, little trainees to be Jedis.
Okay.
I think he just butchers them. So that's not great.
It's not good training.
No, but they really have to emphasise his evilness, and that's why it's getting... Anyway, so here we go. Tam said, as long as I watch it, the kids are fucking beside themselves, excited.
Yep. Love it.
So we've sat down to watch it. We're 45 minutes in. I'm bored out of me fucking mind.
Where's all the bloody kids getting killed?
Where's the
bloody
where's
murders?
the sex scenes?
Where's where's the Chewbacca blowjob?
Yeah, it's not happening. So anyway, I thought the kids seem settled. They're loving it. So
you went upstairs and watched a bit of porn.
So I've gone out to do put some sound equipment in the car for a gig that I had to do the next day. So I'm out the front putting speakers in the car. It's dark, and I turn around, and there's little Flinny, just sobbing, just sobbing.
Oh no,
Flinny, what's wrong, buddy? And he's just like, why are they killing all the Jedis? There's going to be no Jedis left. They're killing all the Jedis.
Yep.
And he is beside himself. So I've run upstairs. It's a fucking train wreck. The kids are beside themselves. It's their heroes are getting slaughtered.
The Jedis. So it's no Return of the Jedi. It's bloody slaughter of the bloody
slaughter
Jedi.
of the Jedis. Yeah. So look, that didn't. So if any parents out there, maybe they're onto something when they said that it's rated M, because these kids, that was a week ago now, they haven't slept for a fucking week. They are terrified. They're having nightmares. We've got to quickly get onto that episode 7 and sort of...
And is that another M, or
that's back to PG.
That goes back to PG. So they've really
yeah.
just thrown that one in there to really fuck a few families.
Because I think at that age, you're just used to everything having a happy ending. And all of a sudden, these some of these shows are ending with the bad guys on top.
Well, and wasn't the big one like from my day? Remember Never Ending Story?
Yep, classic.
When that horse sunk in the bloody
in the
quicksand or whatever, and oh my God, if that doesn't, Jesus, I don't know how old I was back then, maybe 3 or 4, but fucking hell, watching a horse get sucked into quicksand, Jesus,
you don't need that.
fucked
I
me
caught
for
a glimpse
years.
of that on daytime TV recently. Fucking hell, that is appalling, that show.
Yeah, I haven't really watched it.
The special effects really have not stood the test of time. That looked like shit. That big dog, which I thought was amazing, looks like something out of a fucking $2 shop. And they've just
well, you can see the strings holding it up and
it's
shit like
terrible.
that.
And it's got that musician in it. He just keeps popping up. It's half musical. It's shit.
Anyway, they're never any story.
Maybe I'm thinking of The Labyrinth.
I think it might be, but
anyway,
I don't know. But
anyway,
it's
so
crazy.
over to
So
you.
the kids are all right.
Kids are struggling, but that's all right.
All right. So maybe, well, I'll quickly go. What do we got? We're at 30. We're going to make this a bit of a quick one. We've got a bit of time, so I'll quickly go to. You're talking about races. I had to talking about races before.
Well, do you want to do this next step, or do we get it out now?
We won't do this next one. Maybe I'll just talk about one thing from the wedding that it was sort of a bit of a novelty. This was my idea.
Yep.
This was the idea. I thought, okay, so Kristen was all like, let's do little things to give it a personal touch.
Yeah.
Things like that, just that's Kristen and Evan. So I came up, I think I mentioned a few episodes ago, cigar and whiskey bar.
Yeah.
So I thought this is on board. Do you smoke cigars?
I don't smoke cigars, and I don't like whiskey. So I'm not overly excited by the
You're
prospect
not
of
excited.
this. But after, 15 beers, I'll be up for anything.
That's what I was thinking.
I'll be sticking that thing up my nose and shooting the whiskey and really
sticking
making
up
it
your ass
yeah.
and buddy doing little
I'll be
whiskey out the side of the tooth or something like that.
Bloody
which
hell.
I won't be doing because I've got great teeth.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I thought that's something. So I think we've got 3 bottles of whiskey because that's the thing. You got to do the alcohol order. You're like, we've got Carlton Draft, Corona, Great Northern.
Yeah.
I thought about maybe getting a crafty, but I think it's going to be too hot.
Yeah.
You don't want a big bloody fruity, heavy pale ale up in north.
No.
You just want something that's easy to drink.
Yep.
You bang it down and then everyone's happy. But I thought, okay, so this is something. What about, I'm into me whiskey. Maybe at the end of the night, there's a few whiskey drinkers. So we just, a few cubes of ice, a few whiskies, which not many people actually drink it like that. They just fucking scull it like.
No, it looks cool in the movies, but
Looks great in the movies.
you try, it's shit.
It's always the lawyer or the big shot businessman who comes in, he tips it out of his whiskey decanter and just goes,
Yeah.
It's
reality,
it's a tough day.
I'll fill the glass with a bit of Coca-Cola.
I think so.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I've got that and I thought, all right, now I've got to work out the cigar situation. I thought, I don't really want to be taking cigars on the plane. You never know what can happen on a plane. Someone could drop my bag, they get snapped, they get bent. So I thought, what I'll do, I've done it today. I said, I ring Dad. He's up at Alice Beach, which is not far from Port Douglas. They're camping up there. I said, I'll send him down to the bloody tobacconist.
Yeah.
Or whatever. I ring the tobacconist. I go, g'day, mate, how you going? And he goes, yeah, good, mate, going all right. I said, mate, I know fuck all about cigars.
Yep.
I've got my wedding next week, which when you're listening to this was yesterday.
Yep.
I just wondering, what we're not cigar connoisseurs. We don't want the big fatties that you see John Daly or
Michael
Jordan smoking. I mean, we're just most people are going to be little pussies when they're going to have the cigar. They're going to draw back. They're going to cough and go, "This isn't for me." They're going to vomit their whiskey out and go, "This is the fucking worst idea in history."
Yeah. What a waste of fucking money.
What a waste of money, Evo.
And I think in this day and age with COVID, passing a big, fat, sloppy fucking...
it's probably not great.
No, it's not great. It's
probably not great. So.
Basically, passion on with your mate.
It'd
be safer to passion on with your mate.
You are lashing your mate.
Yeah.
You are lashing your mate if you have
Which is fine.
Which is fine. Yeah, we love that. So I speak to Dad and he goes, yeah, mate. He goes, you just want those little pencil thin ones. I said, oh, you don't want that. You want something that's got a bit of width. Yeah. So maybe go size above the pencil thins.
Yeah.
And he goes, okay, well, what do you want to spend? I said, oh, well, maybe, what if I get 30? He said, nah, you don't want 30. Like, how many people are going to smoke cigars? I said, you're right. That's probably me, my brother, and that's about it. But, so, all right. So I said, well, let's aim for, just in case it catches on, let's get 25. They come in packs of 5. Let's get 25.
How much you paying for a pack of 5?
You're paying, I got the price. There was some packs for like 32. For a pack of 5, some were like 42.
Cheaper than fucking darts.
Cheaper than darts, mate. But you don't get the head spin in that because you don't bring. But it's still cool.
You don't get a head spin. What's the point?
Nah, head spins aren't good.
No, what's the point of a cigar?
Because you look cool.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you do.
Okay. Anyway, so he goes, how much, Dad's all about the cash. How much do you want to spend? I said, I'm happy to spend 200 or something. He goes, nah, $200 on cigars? You're bloody wasting your time, mate. I said, all right. Yep. Thanks, Dad. No worries.
I'm with your dad on this one.
I appreciate that. So I go, all right, well, you go in there. I send him a text. I said, where the address is of this joint.
Yep.
I said, I spoke to Matty Boy. Here's the price of the cigars, he sort of said to me. And let's go between $100 and $150 on cigars.
Yep.
That's all right. I'll fix you up. He goes, sweet. I get a text message about an hour later with the receipt.
Yep.
I didn't look at the receipt. He just goes, you've got your cigars. And I look at the receipt. He spent $230 on fucking cigars.
Your dad did.
He did.
The guy was an idiot.
He literally said, don't spend over $200 on cigars.
He got caught
He
up
said
in
you
the
don't. He said you don't need shitloads of cigars. He's bought 30 cigars. He's bought 30 cigars. He sent me the receipt for $236. I said between 100 and 150. He said 200's out of it. That's ridiculous. You're a fucking dickhead. I said, all right, between 100 and 150. He sends a receipt. He spent $236 on 30 cigars. So mate, me and him have got some smoking to do.
Mate, I reckon you'll be taking 28 cigars home. No one's going to touch them. No one's going to know that. You could have got a couple of gum leaves off the ground, rolled up a dog shit, and fucking taped it together, passed it around, and no one would have noticed the difference.
No one would have noticed the difference.
These cigars are a bit fucking rank. I guess that's a cigar. Like I seriously wouldn't know the difference. No. Anyway, we better wrap this bad.
Yeah, wrap it up. So
we gotta keep the ball rolling. We got shit to do.
That's it. So hey, thanks for tuning in. I am a married man.
Good on you, Evan.
If I've missed messages on Instagram, if the social media has been a bit quiet, it's because I'm blind. I've had to revive Tommy from the wedding.
Yep. Pick him up from the clink. And so stay tuned. Don't drop off. I'm still engaged. We're still engaged. I'm married. But get on the Instagram. Get on the YouTube. Keep building that YouTube. And give us a rating, give us a review, keep hitting us up. We'll get back to you. It's just I'm in Port Douglas, I'm burnt, I'm married man, and that's about it.
Got great teeth. That's about it. That's another episode, Timmy Sarge.
That's goody good.
Good. Banter.
That's a good thing.